Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's episode of WWE Friday Night Smackdown for November 23rd, 2012. And I actually watched the Soup episode with the WWE Superstars on there, and I thought they did a pretty good job. They had Brodus Clay, Miz, Eve, Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, Cole and Lawler. Maybe missing somebody, but overall I thought it was pretty funny. And apparently CM Punk is going to do this week's episode of The Talking Dead, which airs after the new Walking Dead episode where they sit and talk about the episode, and that should be pretty awesome. So I have the DVR set to record that too. But on to SmackDown this week. I didn't really think it was a bad show or anything. We had some great matches on this week's show, and there was the one thing that really bothered me, or that it didn't bother me, I just didn't really care for, was that whole Big Show handicap match with Team Hell No. It's just, Team Hell No feels like the same thing every single week, and I just don't care about them as a tag team anymore. It's always the same thing. They're dysfunctional. We get it. And it's just, they gotta do something with these guys because it's always the same, and it's just not entertaining to me personally anymore. So I didn't really care much for that, but the rest of the show I thought was pretty good, and I'm glad they had Dolph Ziggler go over Randy Orton at the end. That was great. It looks like they're finally going to be pushing Dolph. So overall, a decent episode this week. And it starts off with Miz TV. He's got his guest, John Cena. Miz TV, let's go. So Miz asks him about the knee injury, about kissing AJ, and Cena says that he's going to be able to compete. Knee's not going to be an issue. And he kissed AJ because he was tired of Dolph and Vicky accusing him of something he didn't do, but he liked it. And he says AJ's a great kisser, and Miz does his really thing. But he asks if they're more than friends now, and AJ comes out. He asks her if they're in love, and then Dolph comes out. Dolph tells Cena that AJ's the reason he hurt his knee, and she's a bad egg. He plays the footage of the locker room fight from Raw, and Vicky comes out, talks about kissing Dolph. Cena says Dolph has no nuts. It was an okay opening segment. We get Ryback versus Darren Young. Titus is on commentary. I expect this to happen a lot more since apparently Vince and people backstage really like Titus on Raw doing commentary, so I wouldn't be surprised if he starts doing this more often. But Titus blows his whistle at Ryback and says he needs medication. Ryback wins with Shell-Shocked. Titus gets in the ring afterwards with the whistle. He gets shell-shocked. Cesaro versus Truth. Cesaro puts down Thanksgiving like it already happened. Pretty sure this was the Tape Tuesday episode, so it hadn't happened yet, which was weird. He was cutting this promo. But I don't know. This match was alright, I guess. But then they had R-Truth beat him with Little Jimmy, and I'm just wondering what the logic is here. I mean, this is why they can't make anyone. Because they had Cesaro look strong, beating Truth, beating Brodus again, and then they have Truth beat Cesaro, so it's like nothing was really accomplished here, except that this lame-ass feud is going to continue. So I didn't really care much for that. Booker comes up to Sheamus backstage. He's mad Sheamus attacked Big Show with the chair at Survivor Series, so he says he can't compete tonight. And he makes the TLC chairs match. We all saw that coming. He says Sheamus can use his luxury Skybox to watch Big Show's match tonight, which is going to be Big Show in a handicap match against Team Hell No. That doesn't seem really fair. So, I don't know. Sin Cara versus Del Rio. This was actually a pretty good match here. Del Rio wins by making Sin Cara tap to the armbar. Daniel Bryan tells Kane to stay out of his way tonight. And Kane's mad he didn't get invited to Daniel Bryan's for Thanksgiving. Bryan says he wouldn't like it. He had a vegan turkey, and if they win tonight, he can come to his house for Christmas. So I guess he's not invited to Christmas anymore. But Kane says, "Can I beat up Santa Claus?" It was super freaking cheesy. So Big Show versus Team Hell No. I actually paused it and went to wash the dishes because I wanted to give myself a break. And I actually would rather get some stuff done around the house than watch this match. But anyways, I had to watch it. So JBL says that Josh Matthews looks like a 50-year-old Justin Bieber. That was good. And we see that William Regal is watching from the Skybox with Sheamus, which means his jaw healed pretty damn fast. I think it's been less than 2 weeks since he had a possible broken jaw. Same old match we always get. They're dysfunctional, blah, blah, blah. Bryan tags himself in, puts Big Show in the no-lock. Kane leaves. Big Show powers out, chokeslams Daniel Bryan for the win. Kane comes back to the ring. Big Show tries to knock him out, but they fight him off. And afterwards, Big Show tells Sheamus that this time he's going to be the one with the chair. Kofi versus Sandow for the Intercontinental title. Wade Barrett's on commentary here. Kofi wins with Trouble in Paradise, and Barrett tells him that he's going to be defending against him next. I didn't mind this match. I thought these guys did a pretty good job. When I first saw it announced, I was thinking maybe Sandow could actually win the title here, but then as soon as I saw Barrett and he's talking about how he's going to face Kofi, all hope was lost, and you just knew Kofi was going to win, and they're probably going to give the Intercontinental title back to Barrett, which isn't really going to help him out at this point. He should be in the main event, but I don't know. I think the title would be better on someone like Sandow. Anyways, on to the main event, Dolph Ziggler versus Orton. Orton goes for the RKO, but Dolph rolls him up, holds the tights for the win. Very surprised they did this. I'm happy. It looks like they're finally going to start pushing Dolph Ziggler. So I was really afraid that they were going to let Orton get his win back after Survivor Series, and it's going to make Dolph look like shit going up to face Cena, but they had Dolph win. Ricardo hits the ring and gets an RKO. Del Rio has a stare down with Orton, which means that feud is going to continue. What is with Del Rio getting stuck in these feuds that last forever, that no one wants to see? And Cena attacks Dolph on the ramp and puts him in the STF. So that was this week's SmackDown. Not really a bad show. Had some good matches. I think it was an improvement over what they have been putting on SmackDown lately, so I can't really complain much about this week's show. There are a few things they could do to improve the show overall, but this week wasn't that bad. So anyways, that's my review of this week's episode of SmackDown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.